Hey guys, ForceRestart here with the unboxing video of the iPhone 13 Pro here. In this video, we're going to be unboxing the graphite color of the 13 Pro. Take a close look at it and show you guys what's going to be included if you're thinking of buying this iPhone 13 Pro in the market right now. And this is the latest version from Apple, which you can get directly from Apple's website or from your carrier or wherever you get it. So let's go ahead and talk about this 13 Pro and start the unboxing. This was the 128 gig model, which is the base model that you can get for $9.99. Of course, if you're getting more gig, you're going to be paying a lot more. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this unboxing underway. Here, as you can see here in the unboxing here, you're going to notice a couple things here. Now, Apple started to put these new flap of tab that you rip off to open the box. No more plastic film that we saw what used to be across the board for all of their Apple products. So even with the new AirPods that came out, that plastic film that you see in these older boxes are no longer there anymore. And of course, you're not getting those AirPods anymore. So if you're thinking you're getting those AirPods, you're not actually. So as you see here on the phone, it's going to be the phone and that USB-C lightning port cable. There's going to be no power adapter or the headphones any longer. So you don't get those any longer. And so we're going to go ahead and take this strip off here. So that's the first strip. And then turn it around, take a look at the second strip here, and then pull that strip. That's a little bit tricky, need a little bit of nails. And once you have got that, you got the phone, you have access to it. And let's go ahead and take a look at to see what's included. So as you can see here, first thing included here, it's gonna be the phone, of course, right here side by side. This thing is kind of raised up. So if you're looking at the packaging and looking at comparing the previous generation, here is the phone. So you'll notice here that graphite design, which is the sprays gray design itself here, really crisp and just simply sweet design here. You have that flat, shiny bezel. So these bezels are not any sort of matte design. As you notice here, when you did put a fingerprint, it sort of erased it here. You got that on the right hand side, that 5G MMM wave. You got the side button and then the top here. And then this side here as well, and then this bottom speaker here. So that's what the phone looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off here and then go ahead and power on the device. To power on the device, it's gonna be this big side button on your right hand side. As you can see here, the phone is powering on, and while it is powering on, let's take a look at what it's going to be included in the box. The box, it's going to have a couple things here. You're going to have that charger cable, again, no wall adapter, which again is disappointing from Apple, and then the SIM tray and ejector tool for the SIM tray and the safety handling, and then big Apple sticker. So that's what's going to be included here, and that's going to be it. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. So as you can see here, the animation wise, it's going to come with this animation or this design that you sort of see on iOS 15, because all iPhone 13 ships with that iOS 15. And you're going to be presented with this menu where you're going to select language, country, and then do quick start. This is the step where you would set it up, where you can directly transfer your information from a previous phone, so you can set everything up. Here, as you can see here, we'll need to connect to either Wi-Fi or your Mac or PC so that you can actually go ahead and get the phone activated. The phone does need internet connection for the very first time when you're setting it up, so that you can actually get the phone to reach out and validate with the Apple server that the phone is good and there's no lock or anything like that. Of course, this is a brand new phone, as we mentioned. The 13 Pro, again, was released a couple months ago. It was released in around September of this year, but you can still get this in a couple of variation. So once you do get it, you might be encountered with this step where you're going to have to put a SIM card in. If you don't have a SIM card in, most of the time you'll probably have a SIM card already in, but this one just happened to not have a SIM card in. So we're going to go ahead and take one of our SIM card that we have and put that in there. So let's go ahead and put one of our SIM card in the phone, and this will be a good step as well if you do encounter that. So we have a SIM card here ready to go, and the way to do it, again, you're going to take that SIM ejector tool, which we have here, and then look for that hole here on the left hand side. Go ahead and push it in there, pop that SIM card out, and once you pop it out, you're going to take your SIM, you're going to make that gold piece face upward, and you'll see that cut corner. We're going to line it up, and it sits flush and easy to go. And then you're going to go ahead and slide it in there. Again, this step might not be necessary if you already have a SIM card in. You might have to just call your carrier to make sure that SIM is active so you can activate the phone. And once you do that, it's going to go ahead and give you this menu where it says it's going to take a couple minutes, but it takes 10-15 seconds if you have good Wi-Fi connection. And data and privacy here, you can read through this about their data policy from Apple. Face ID, you want to set this up so that you can use it to unlock your phone, because there's no home button anymore for Apple Pay and other purchases, and just to use any Apple services that you might want to verify your authenticity. So as you can see here, you can set that up or just set it up later. Passcode default, you have 6-digit code, or you can do a 4-digit, or any of the other options here. Again, for our demo purposes, we're just going to simply skip through all of this here. Setting up data, again, we're just going to skip through. We're not moving any data. Apple ID, you can sign into existing one, which most people will do, or you can create a new one for this device, or simply not set it up. Again, you'll need it to do anything from using the phone to downloading apps and all that, so make sure you do that. Keeping your iPhone up to date, this just gives us a message saying that any update that comes on will be automatically updated for our phone. FaceTime, iMessage, again, you want to set this up so you can use those services. Location services, again, to use maps and other apps, you need to enable location services, so make sure you do that. For our purposes, we're simply not doing it because we're just going to get to the main screen just so you can see here. And then Siri, the voice assistant, you'll need to say some commands so that Siri can recognize your voice. Screen time, we're going to skip through this here. It's just a weekly report that you get on how much time you're spending on the phone. Good to know, but for our purposes, we don't need to know. iPhone analytics, if you don't know what that is, basically any sort of report that Apple can collect from your phone to improve their data. Again, personal preference if you want to set it up or not. Simply, we just don't share that data. Appearance, dark versus light, of course, that's pretty much any phone nowadays. Standard versus zoom, so if you need that extra visibility, you probably want to select zoom. And welcome to iPhone, and iPhone 13 is set up, unboxed, and as you can see here, a couple of noticeable things on the iPhone 13, if you didn't notice, is these big cameras. These are the Pro model. For the Pro and the Pro Max, you'll get these huge cameras. Again, you'll have that LiDAR piece, sensor, and the speaker, and then flash as well. So big camera for that cinematic mode that's possible now. These are 12 megapixel camera, 3 of them. Again, more in depth, more upgrade of the cameras. Other thing to know from the iPhone 12 Pro is that the notch here, smaller notch now that you get, and a couple other things we're going to take a look at. So when you open up the camera for the very first time, you'll probably see this photographic style where you can choose your style that you want. You can also change this in the setting later on, so whatever you select. And as we mentioned here, you have that cinematic camera mode now, which is possible on the iPhone 13 Pro. Of course, the 13 Pro is a pretty powerful device because it does have that A15 Bionic chip, 6 gigs of RAM, and it ships with iOS 15 default with all of the stuff that you saw on iOS 14, but it's supposed to be faster. And probably another noticeable feature of the 13 is that 120 hertz refresh rate. As you'll notice here, that refresh rate when you go between screen, just so crisp and buttery in terms of all this, that refresh. Same thing when you're navigating across things, you'll notice just much more smooth like feeling to it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.